I had a busy week last week. I went to London to do a talk about running punks, and then I spent 3 days in Bristol filming a new TV series which is out next year, and it features my band the Vega Bodegas. That was very exciting, but now it's time to start running again. I'm training for a few events, London Marathon being one of them, so today we are taking the new My Name Is Ian album for runs called Fantastic Company. It's about 40 minutes long, so we're going to do a nice fast 40 minutes running, and I will let you know my thoughts on this, what I'm expecting to be a wonderful album. I've gigged with My Name Is Ian a few times. They're a Cardiff band and I love them, so I know I'm going to enjoy this. Here we go then. And the watch is on, the music's on, and we're off. Come on then, turn it up. Immediately, this has put a smile on my face. The album opens like we are joining a good friend on a night out. We know he is fantastic company. Let's go. A reverb so rich I need sunscreen. Factor 50 riffs. Fretless Paul Simon bass guitar lines. Let's Dance David Bowie. Devo vocals. Guitar licks like waiters on wheels. This is an all-you-can-eat buffet of good times. We've switched to a minor key now. This is combat rock from Canton. There are full moon harmonicas. My worries feel like a folded map. It's time to kick out those creases with my friend. This is so clever. It's the sound of not worrying, but lyrically it's painting a world full of anxiety, full of conflict. It's like a Bruegel painting, turning up on a live lounge. This is the heart of darkness, set deep in the middle of Hey on Why. There's Chuck Berry guitars, mariachi trumpets. I get the feeling that I'm wearing the greatest sombrero of all time. There's screamadelica drums. Oh, I feel good. I feel alive. I feel like it's about understanding your own happiness. When you know your own happiness, it can make you feel on top of the world. It's so uplifting. It's like being in the presence of the greatest hotel breakfast of all time. I've never seen so many pastries on display. I've never seen the sun shining on a grapefruit like that before. Oh, this hill is big. It feels like a celebration of that moment you connect on a new level with a friend. When a friend opens up to you and they let you know that they are thankful you were there for them. That's what it feels like. I feel like I've made a friend for life. Run into this. Someone to drive me from the mountains to the sea. For me that means someone to be there when I'm up and when I'm down. This is such a wonderful sounding album. You've got this constant, like the percussion and drums, a constant like a dog's tail wagging. This full of happiness. Oh my word, this is so good to run to. That line of woo, motherfucker. Hey Macarena, I'm swallowing flies, I don't care. I'm kind of blown away by the sound of this album compared to the other albums. There's no roughness about it, there's no garage rock about it. It's so, I can't describe it, but it sounds expensive. It sounds like an all-inclusive holiday. Sorry to keep on talking about holidays, but that's what this album feels like. It even matches my t-shirt. The song I'm listening to now is called For Love. It's darker than usual. It's really groovy. Oh my word, yes! I think I found my new favourite running song. Let's go! Go, 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 go! These guitars, honestly, you've got this like tight groove on the bass and drums, and you've got, I don't know, just these dancing guitars around it. And now I think the guitars are doubling up the bass groove. Whoa! It's building back up. Stay with me. Stay with me, it's going to come back in, I know it is. Yes, we're back in. It's like Thriller if Michael Jackson was wearing red because he worked at Clinton Cards. Here's one thing I'm feeling. It reminds me of a Gorillaz album, but instead of using guest vocalists, Damon Albarn just went and had a normal job for a year before writing each song. This is the celebration of the underdog. That's what it feels like. It's booting all those Brit school arty types in the face. It's like nicking a pint of Jackson Pollock and then carrying around stale sausages in a Banksy tote bag. Hang on, it's gone all weird now. We're in outer space. What's this all about? Watch out for the stinging nettles. Ah! This song is called Where Is the Time? And Carlo Rovelli gets a shout out. I love it even more now. He's amazing, and what's so good about him is he's a scientist who asks the big questions, but he's also an artist. That's what this album feels like. A colliding of the worlds of art and science, meaning and fun, sunshine and even more sunshine. There's a real sense of being alone in a crowded room running throughout this music. Honestly, it's like having the greatest night out of your life, but also being aware of the sadness that brings everybody together. That is wonderful. In my eyes, that is wonderful. It seems to be telling us that so much of what we do in daily life is about consuming things. We consume art, we consume food, we consume alcohol, we meet up with friends, and one of the things we do is we all get together and consume. Now, what happens if we aren't consuming, when we lift our faces up from the table and we question reality? We question what is making us consume so much in the first place. Alright, there's the sound of chaos in there. Lyrically, it paints pictures of chaos. It's as if we're existing in this quantum world where everything is happening, everything is possibilities. Now, let's stick our heads above that quantum world, look around us, look at the sunset, drink a pina colada. It feels to me like moments where you take a breath and you marvel at the wonder of life without worrying about consuming something. And it's not always our decision to consume. Now we're being told these are 1,000 songs you need to hear before you die. Sometimes I feel like a duck being force-fed for foie gras. It's like enough is enough. I'm gonna have a hangover. Life itself, culture, is gonna give me a hangover. It's the musical equivalent of a milk thistle tablet. It stops the bloating. Oh, what a run. A nice little sprint finish there. That was fantastic company by My Name Is Ian. So much to talk about in it, but let's just talk about how it made me feel. It made me feel good. It tackled with like anxiety, being down, but all the music was delivered in a way that it was just upbeat, it remained upbeat all the way through, and it just ended with that song about let's all just embrace love. And I feel like it was an album which talks about or deals with how we are always being told to consume something, and it's hard when we've been bombarded like that to remain happy. And sometimes I feel like we're avoiding the big questions. Why are we really here? Because we're so busy going out drinking and having hangovers. What an album, absolutely incredible. I'm gonna give it 10 out of 10. I don't usually rate albums, but I'm gonna start doing it. That's a 10 out of 10 album for me. Good run as well, and I feel like I'm ready for a nice week of fast running, bits of intervals like that, and just getting strong and fit for London Marathon. Anyway, check that out. I'm a running punk, you should be a running punk too, and remember, it's about more than just turning up. See you soon.